We all have areas that we put off cleaning, and today I'm tackling my daughter's toy corner. I try to go through and clean and edit and organize and rotate this corner at least every 6 months. That's my goal. And this was a perfect time to do it. Here is a before shot of what it looked like before I started working, and here are some shots of me actually doing the work. This is the toy space before it even gets started. That's an exercise mat in the corner and some Play-Doh that really needs to be put away. So I'm dreading it, but looking forward to getting started. We've got a lot of work to do. And this is the finished product after I finished going through and sorting out what needs to be rotated out and what I'm keeping and then reorganizing a little bit. And here's me getting to work. I store her toys in these zip top mesh storage pouches, and that really works for anything with smaller parts, like her little people or a cooking set that has a lot of different aspects to it. If we have food or utensils that need to stay together. It works to have everything all in a home in one place. And here I am pulling all the books out of that storage cupboard, toy cupboard over there, because it just doesn't work. She doesn't read books in that corner. And while that was my idealized version of what I would have liked to have happened, it doesn't work for reality. So I try to stay firmly grounded in what's actually working for the space. So I'm going to rotate those books out and maybe come back to them in a little bit. And that's really what I continue to think about is what's working right now. And I can remove anything that doesn't work, set it aside just for a little bit, and then maybe come back to it in a little while. Or if she hasn't used it, then rotate it out for good. Move it on to its next home. So I'm continually evaluating and reassessing that, just kind of as a way of life. There goes the exercise mat. It works, but not in this space permanently. So I'm taking out stuffies and toys that are no longer being played with, and I'm going to, again, set them aside and go through them. And this is where I also start to address some of the structural issues with this area and move it around to better suit our needs. I'm moving the toy cupboard up against the bookshelf and then getting rid of that folding bookcase in the corner there. This just makes the space so much more open and able to be played in. Here's the finished product. I love how that little table and chair set that we got from IKEA just fits so well in the little space right there. It's not going to stay there, but that's where it's for now. And these are all the toys that I'm going to rotate out to give us more space to play with what we already have, and I'll talk you through how I made those decisions. To begin with, I'm going to start with everything that I am rotating out because that was the toughest part to decide for me. The goal of this toy corner is to be things that she can play with independently so that she can just walk in there and kind of get lost in her own play and imagination world. So I really had to be realistic and think, what do I see her playing with on a daily basis? What do I see her playing with on a daily basis by herself? And the answer to that is Play-Doh, puzzles. She likes cooking things from the actual kitchen. She will sometimes play with pretend food and dishes and stuff, but she likes my things. So she'll like run up behind me and like grab some spices, like pull her chair up to the counter and like climb up, grab a spice and then run away and start using it. And I didn't even notice that she was doing that. So it's happened a couple times and I'm like, well, she wants to play with some cinnamon and like mix it together and stuff like that's perfectly fine. That's something she can do. So those are the three things I see her playing with: Play-Doh, puzzles, and cooking stuff. And that's what I wanted to focus on over in the toy corner. And I'll show you that in a sec. What I am discarding or what I'm going to rotate out for the moment, it's just going to put these in storage in the closet. Our apartment is 765 square feet, so it's very modest and compact, but we do have some storage. We have a decent amount of storage. So I will show you what I am rotating out and why. First is all of her Magnetiles because I do not see her playing with them right now. Maybe it's because she just has too much and she gets overwhelmed and she doesn't know where they are. So I might try to rotate them back in later because I have seen her playing with them, but not recently. So these are going to get rotated out. There's some other toys, like these are like random, like there's a little Hello Kitty thing, like random little figurines that we've acquired that I'm just going to put away for now. There are some things that developmentally she's outgrown, or things like this is missing a lot of the pieces, so she can't make a lot of the shapes. So it's frustrating for her. I don't see her playing with this. And again, things that are not independent. So this is a bowling set and cards. I don't see her playing with cards. And the bowling set is fun when we're together and I can like set it up for her, but she will not pull this out and play play with it on her own. So that's getting rotated out. This little doll is getting rotated out, and that makes me sad because I like the doll, but she's just not interested in it. She'll look at it and she'll like play with it for a little bit, but it's not something she reaches for. This little set is a big one because it makes noise and it gets all over, and she much prefers playing with my pots and pans. So I'm like, fine, let her do that. I'm gonna rotate that out. These are, again, things that she's outgrown developmentally. These two things, this is just a stuffy that Grandpa got her. This Fisher-Price Airport and this Fisher-Price house. This I got her for Christmas because I wanted it, and I wanted her to have somewhere to put her people. I very rarely see her playing with her little people anymore anyway. It's mostly all about the Play-Doh, but she doesn't play with the house. And maybe if that was the only thing she had to play with, maybe she would, but I don't see her playing with it by herself. If we're together, I'll play with it and she'll like playing with it with me, but she does not reach for it herself. And here's the other thing, tools fell out. You have to clean it. Like, it just gets dirty just sitting there because it's right under the window and the air conditioner blows refuse under there. But I'm like, I do not need another space to clean. So that is getting rotated out, sadly. And here's the thing too, is I spent maybe $150 on her Christmas toys, and I could have spent half that and been good. Christmas was all about making me feel good for giving her things, and she just like got tired unwrapping stuff halfway through. So this is a huge lesson for me that I continue to relearn. It's that less is always better. And it's all about more contact and more connection and more like intentional interaction with her. So let's move over to what I am keeping. So this is our stuffy bin at the top there. We have 9 stuffies, including a giant Scooby-Doo that her dad won for her at a company event. It's kind of cool. He came home on the subway with this enormous Scooby-Doo stuffy, so he has sentimental value for us. Everything is gonna fit right here because I want it to be very neat and organized. These mesh bags are great for keeping little pieces together, but the more I look at them, I'm like, you can't really see what's in there, so I might be looking for a new storage solution for that. So this is the number one thing I know she'll play with because I've seen her lately. She's all about Play-Doh and like playing with Play-Doh. So that's gonna be right there. This whole corner is devoted to Play-Doh. This was a recent acquisition from a trip to the bookstore, this little fishing thing, and there's a fishing pole like this, and you can like use it to get the things like this. So this is more of a, again, just because of recency, she just got it. So we're gonna leave that here. This is something else. This is an Inside Out 2 Busy book that was just acquired as well. This is food stuff, which I'm hoping that if it's there, she will play with it. And then over here, these are little people. And again, I'm hoping if she sees them, she will play with them more if she can like see what's in there. So that's the hope. I know that it's easier to play with things when there are fewer choices. So that was my goal with this area here. So that was my decluttering journey so far. It's still a work in progress. It's not perfect. And I am continually coming up with other new, different, better storage systems. But this is where I am so far. So thanks for watching, and I hope you'll keep watching.